Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Vic with Team Eccentric and Team Doors. I'm here to showcase you my White Forest Fiendsmith. Alright, let's start with the monsters. For the monsters, start off with 3 Sylvie of the White Forest, 3 Alzette of the White Forest. I play 1 Arciella of the White Forest, and 1 Alzette of the White Forest. Now with Sylvie's your searcher. He can search any of your White Forest spell and traps that you can later on discard and reset with your White Forest effects. Alzette is your searcher. She searches any White Forest monster, which allows you to go into your extenders. Arciella is a extender if you control any White Forest names that ain't herself. And she's a draw one. Elza Azamina is the special summon and continues your synchro plays. Yeah, and she also searches you a Sinful Spoils spell or trap when she's used for a synchro summon. Alright. Now next up is the Diabelle package. I play 1 Vengeance, 1 Black Witch, and 1 White Witch. Vengeance is the pop 1 special summon from Extra Deck. She's really good. I love her. Diabelle's. With her, as long as you control 2 or more names, your opponent cannot destroy any of your monsters with card effects. She's perfect for having your opponent think of how to get rid of your field. And then with Black Witch, she sets my Deception, which gets me into my Azamina plays. That's it for the Diabelle package, and now on to the Fiendsmith. I play 2 Engraver, 1 Lacrimo. Because Droll is so prevalent in the meta right now, I find running just Engraver, Lacrima enough, because I don't want to do too much searching. Alright, now on to the spells and traps. For the spells and traps, I play 1 Sanct. This is to be searched off of the Engraver. Sanct allows you to special summon 1 light Fiend token, which allows you to go into your Fiendsmith plays and continue plays if your opponent does Drone Lock you. I play 2 Foolish Burial Goods. I use this to send the Black Goat Laughs, which allows me to negate a card on my opponent's board or stop a summon if I see it in hand. I play 1 Call by the Grave. This is mostly for hand traps. I use it on Drill and Charmies because we can play over Ash Blossoms and anything else that my opponent might throw at us. Alright. For the Diabelle package, I only play 1 Curse, 1 Philia. That's all you really need. You can send Curse to the graveyard off of Diabelle's or the Foolish Burial Goods, and it allows you to search out a Philia. And with Philia, it allows you to search or special summon any of the level 8 Diabelle monsters. That's really useful. There's a couple times this came up. Alright, next up is the Azaminas. 1 Hollow, 3 Wanted, 1 Deception. This is needed if you want to play Azamina.
Big guy.
I play 3 Witches of the White Forest, 1 Tales of the White Forest, and 1 Sinful Spoils of the White Forest. Tales is a combo starter. With Tales, it allows you to search any of your combo pieces that you might be missing and continue plays. as long as your opponent doesn't draw lock you. And the same thing with Tails. Tails is also a searcher that allows you to continue the practice. A lot of people are going to be like, well, Tails locks you out of dark monsters. Why play Tails? Well, Tails is great. Even if you do get locked out of dark, since we play Fiendsmith, we don't really care about that. And Sinful Spoils is the special summon fusion summon. On to the hand traps. I play 3 Fua, 3 Prua, 3 Ash Blossom,
Which one?
3 Imperms,
per card you said. Sure.
1 Veiler, and 2 Nibiru. Since I played the Charmings, I figured playing Nibiru and the Veiler are best because I don't want to draw and lock myself and stop myself from adding cards to hand. And if my opponent does build a board, well, we could always knock it down with Nibiru. And Effect Veiler is a nice little addition. Now, I would either knock the Nibiru down to 1 and add 2 Effect Veiler, or maybe take her out and add 3 Nibiru. It just depends on how your locals is. But this is my hand trap lineup. I love the Charmies. Charmies, if my opponent Charmies me, I Charmy them back. For the traps, just 1 Morion, 1 Woes. Woes is the special summon synchro summon? Yes. You can special summon 1 White Forest and then synchro summon from there, using monsters you control. Morion is the Book of Moon. You could set 1 monster your opponent controls face down, and it also resets itself. So she's nice. So that's it for main deck. That was 45-46. I figure with the Arcia that it's a good enough extender to place in the deck because I'm always searching and sometimes you run out of names. So that's it for the main deck. Now for the side deck. For the fusions, I run 1 Necroquip. This helps me get into my Hive Wave King Caesar with my Fiendsmith Engraver. 1 El Sylvia, the Omni-Negate of the deck. She's super good. You always want to play her. I also play 1 Mo Regina and 1 Murcielago. The reason I play Mo Regina over the Saint Azamina and the Azamina play is that I already have disruptions on board in case my opponent does build something. And with Mo Regina, I could use any of the level 6 or higher Fiend monsters that I have, and I can go right into them. So I could use my Engraver, my Vengeance, my Necroquip if my opponent stops my play somewhere, and still continue combos. I also play 1 Desiree, needed for Fiendsmith, and 1 Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. Snake Eyes Doom Dragon's actually really good, depending on how you use the deck. It's able to spell and trap 1 monster your opponent controls, and it's also an easy summon. With the Engraver, if I have the Requiem and Sequencer equipped, I can go right into my Snake Eyes Doom Dragon, re-equip, and continue breaking my opponent's boards. So, yeah, that's it for the fusion package. On to the synchros. I play 1 Silvera of the White Forest, 1 Diabels of the White Forest, 1 Popular of the White Forest, 1 Arciella of the White Forest, and 1 Snake Eyes Vengeance Dragon. Arciella is also a searcher. She search you any White Forest card or a light spellcaster. You could search your Effect Veiler off of Arciella if your hand is set up good enough. With Popular allows us to synchro summon on our opponent's turn, which I would go into my my Vengeance Dragon and Continuing Disruptions. Severa, great card, good card, gets over a lot of problematic cards. Easy to summon, of course, and you can also summon it off of Diabel's. Diabel's, great card, allows you to add any spell or trap from your graveyard back to your hand. So if you use Call by the Grave or a Imperm, you can just bring that right back and use it again. Opponent never sees it coming. So that's it for the synchros. For the links, one Closed Moon, one Requiem, one Sequencer. This is all you really need. I would run Agnum Day. I just don't have enough space in the extra deck to fit in Agnum Day. And if I did, I would change out the Doom Dragon for the Agnum Day, but I just find Doom Dragon too good not to play. And one Hive Wave King Caesar to finish off the extra deck. Fixed 15 card extra deck. I find that, there's a few cards that you could change if you want to, but perfect just as ways is. So for the side deck, we play 2 Thrusts, 1 Talents. These are going first. If my opponent does play a hand trap on my turn, I have something to respond to. And even if I did go second, you can still run Thrust to get you into the Talents and disrupt your opponent's board. It's just how you see the situation. 3 drone locks, because searching is prevalent in the game, and if I can stop my opponent from searching and save my can for later, I'm definitely going to do that. And sitting on drone lock in hand isn't a bad thing, because when I end turn, if my opponent starts searching, I can stop the search, and even if it is in hand still, I can discard it off of Deceptions and get my hollow. And then 2 Lancia, 1 Fiendsmith in Paradise. Lancia, because if my opponent's on Malice, I would like to stop them from banishing. We also play 3 Meows, but can't find her right now. I gotta go look for her. And then Fiendsmith in Paradise, just in case if my opponent does build a board. After I end it, going first, I could send my Desiree to grave and disrupt my opponent with Paradise. Couple of games I've seen this, couple of games I haven't. You could really exchange this card for any other tech card that you find useful, but I like Fiendsmith in Paradise.